Hello everyone, and a very warm welcome to you all. I truly hope this video finds you in the best of health and spirits, surrounded by happiness and vitality. It's always a pleasure to have you here, and today, we're going to embark on an incredible journey into the very framework that holds us up, something we often take for granted, our bones. We're going to explore a fact that sounds like it's straight out of a superhero comic, the fact that bone, the living tissue inside your body right now, is stronger than concrete when we compare them by weight. It's a stunning piece of biological engineering, and by the end of our time together, you will have a whole new appreciation for the amazing structure that is your skeleton. Let's start by picturing concrete. We all know it. It's that gray, solid, unforgiving material we see everywhere, in our sidewalks, our foundations, our buildings, and our bridges. It's the symbol of strength and permanence in our modern world. We build skyscrapers and massive dams with it because it's incredibly strong under compression. It can bear immense weight without being crushed. If I were to tell you that the stuff your body is made from is even more impressive, you might think I'm joking. But I'm not. Because while concrete is a fantastic material, it's dead. It's inert. It has no ability to heal itself, to reshape itself, or to grow. Your bones, on the other hand, are vibrant, living organs, teeming with activity, and they possess a combination of properties that make them, pound for pound, a superior material to one of humanity's greatest building inventions. This isn't about a single property. It's about a breathtaking combination of strength, flexibility, lightness, and adaptability that concrete can only dream of. To truly understand why this is, we have to dive deep into what bone is actually made of. If you could zoom in on a piece of bone, down to the microscopic level, you would see an intricate architecture that puts the most sophisticated human designs to shame. Bone is not a single, solid block of material. It's a composite material, much like fiberglass or carbon fiber. Engineers create composite materials by combining two or more substances that have different properties to create a new material that is stronger than the sum of its parts. Your body has been doing this for millions of years. The two main components of bone are a protein and a mineral. The protein is called collagen. Think of collagen as the flexible, tough scaffolding or the framework. It's the same material that gives your skin its elasticity and your tendons their toughness. Collagen fibers are incredibly strong under tension, meaning they resist being pulled apart. They form a soft, flexible network that provides a foundation. Now, onto this collagen framework, the body deposits minerals. The primary mineral is a form of calcium phosphate, which is a crystalline compound that is incredibly hard and rigid. This mineral component is what gives bone its hardness and its immense resistance to compression, much like concrete. So, you have this perfect partnership. The collagen fibers provide tensile strength and flexibility, while the calcium phosphate minerals provide compressive strength and rigidity. Together, they create a material that is both hard and tough, resistant to shattering and bending. Concrete, by comparison, is strong in compression, but very weak in tension. That's why concrete structures always have steel rebar inside them. The steel handles the tensile forces because the concrete would simply crack and fail on its own. Your bone has its own built-in rebar system, the collagen matrix. Now let's talk about this idea of strength by weight, or what engineers call specific strength. This is a crucial concept. It's not about which material can support the most absolute weight in a giant block. If you had a huge block of concrete and a tiny bone, obviously the concrete would support more. That's a matter of scale. The real magic is in the efficiency. Specific strength is the strength of a material divided by its density. It tells us how strong a material is for its weight. This is why airplanes are made from aluminum and titanium alloys instead of steel, because for the same weight, you can get a stronger structure. When we compare bone and concrete on this playing field, bone wins. A cubic inch of bone can bear more weight than a cubic inch of concrete before breaking, but that same cubic inch of bone is significantly lighter. This lightness is absolutely critical for us as living, moving creatures. Imagine if your skeleton were made of a material with the same strength as bone, but with the density of concrete. You would be so heavy that simply walking across a room would be an exhausting effort, and running or jumping would be impossible. Your muscles would have to be enormous just to move that immense weight around. Evolution, in its infinite wisdom, optimized our skeleton for strength and mobility. It gave us a material that provides a phenomenal strength-to-weight ratio, allowing us to be agile, to run, to dance, and to move with grace. The structure of bone itself is also a masterpiece of biomechanical engineering. It's not solid all the way through. If you look at the ends of a long bone, like your femur or thigh bone, it has a porous, honeycomb-like structure called trabecular or cancellous bone. This might seem like it would make the bone weaker, but in reality, it's a stroke of genius. This spongy interior is perfectly aligned along the lines of stress that the bone experiences. It's like the intricate struts and girders inside the Eiffel Tower, which provide immense strength while using a minimal amount of material, keeping the overall weight down. This trabecular structure is excellent at absorbing energy and distributing shock. Surrounding this spongy interior is a dense, hard shell called cortical bone. This is the solid part you typically think of when you imagine a bone. This compact bone is incredibly dense and strong, providing the primary support and protection. The combination of a tough, solid outer shell with a lightweight, shock-absorbing inner core is a design that is both strong and efficient. Concrete, in its standard form, is mostly homogeneous. It doesn't have this kind of intelligent, adaptive internal architecture. But the wonders of bone don't stop at its static structure. The most mind-blowing aspect of bone, the thing that truly sets it apart from any man-made material, is that it is alive. Bone is a dynamic, living tissue that is constantly being broken down and rebuilt in a process called remodeling. Your entire skeleton is essentially replaced about every 10 years. This is managed by two main types of cells, osteoclasts and osteoblasts. Osteoclasts are the demolition crew. They break down old or damaged bone tissue, releasing minerals like calcium back into your bloodstream. Right behind them come the osteoblasts, the construction crew. They lay down new collagen and minerals, building fresh, new bone. This continuous cycle allows your bones to adapt to the stresses you place on them. This is a principle known as Wolff's Law, which states that bone will adapt and grow stronger in response to the loads and forces it is subjected to. When you exercise, lift weights, or even just walk and run, you are applying stress to your bones. Your body senses this stress and responds by directing the osteoblasts to deposit more bone in precisely those areas that are under stress, making them thicker and stronger. A tennis player, for instance, will have significantly denser and stronger bones in their playing arm. This is why weight-bearing exercise is so crucial for preventing osteoporosis. It tells your body that it needs to keep its skeletal framework strong. Concrete cannot do this. If you put stress on a concrete pillar, it doesn't get stronger. It might develop tiny microfractures that eventually lead to its failure. It has no ability to repair itself. If you crack a concrete sidewalk, the crack will only get bigger over time. If you break a bone, given the proper care, your body will miraculously heal it, knitting it back together until it's as good as new, often even stronger at the site of the break during the healing process. This capacity for self-repair and adaptation is the single greatest advantage bone has over any synthetic material. Let's also consider the environment bone operates in. It's not just a structural beam, it's a multifunctional organ. Your bones are a vital mineral reservoir, primarily for calcium and phosphorus. These minerals are essential for countless bodily functions, from muscle contraction and nerve signaling to the beating of your heart. When your blood levels of calcium drop, hormones signal the osteoclasts to break down a little bit of bone tissue to release calcium into the bloodstream. When calcium levels are high, osteoblasts are signaled to store it away in the bones. Your bones are actively participating in maintaining the chemical balance of your entire body. Furthermore, bones are the factory for your blood cells. The soft, gelatinous material inside the cavities of your bones, called bone marrow, is responsible for hematopoiesis, the production of red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. Without this function, you wouldn't be able to transport oxygen, fight infections, or clot your blood. Concrete serves one primary function: to provide structural support. Your bones provide structure, protect your vital organs, store minerals, produce blood cells, and even support hearing by conducting sound vibrations in the middle ear. This incredible multifunctionality is another layer of its superiority. We can't talk about strength without discussing different types of stress. Materials can be strong in compression, tension, or torsion. Compression is a squashing force, tension is a pulling force, and torsion is a twisting force. Concrete is fantastic in compression, but terribly weak in tension and torsion. Bone, thanks to its composite nature, is remarkably good at resisting all three. The mineral component resists compression, while the collagen web resists tension and torsion, giving bone its overall toughness. Toughness is the ability to absorb energy and deform without fracturing. This is why bone can withstand a significant amount of impact. It has a certain amount of give, a slight flexibility, that allows it to bend a little under stress rather than immediately snap. A concrete pillar, if hit with a sudden, sharp impact, is likely to crack or shatter because it is brittle. It can't deform to absorb the energy. Bone's ability to be slightly flexible makes it much more resistant to everyday bumps and falls, and it's the reason why our bones don't break every time we jump off a step or stumble. Of course, this isn't to say that bone is invincible. It absolutely has its limits, and we all know that bones can and do break. The point is that for its astonishingly light weight, its strength is extraordinary. The fact that it can break is almost a design feature related to its living nature. A break is a traumatic event that triggers an immense and complex healing response, something concrete is utterly incapable of. When a bone fractures, the body immediately swings into action. Blood clots form, and a soft callus made of collagen and cartilage bridges the break. Then, osteoblasts move in and begin transforming this soft callus into a hard, bony callus, which is eventually remodeled over time to restore the bone's original shape and strength. This process is nothing short of miraculous. So, the next time you look at a massive concrete skyscraper and feel impressed by human engineering, I want you to take a moment to be infinitely more impressed by the engineering inside you. Your body, through the slow, beautiful process of evolution, has crafted a material that is not only stronger than concrete by weight, but is also alive, self-repairing, self-adapting, multifunctional, and incredibly lightweight. It is a material that grows with you, changes with you, and supports you in countless ways beyond just being a scaffold. It is a testament to the power of biological design. It's a reminder that the most advanced technology in the known universe isn't in a lab or a Silicon Valley. It's right here, inside each and every one of us. Caring for this incredible gift through good nutrition, especially with adequate calcium and vitamin D, and through regular weight-bearing exercise, is the best way we can honor this biological marvel. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today and exploring this fascinating aspect of our bodies. I hope you learned something new and gained a deeper respect for the incredible framework that allows you to move through the world. Take care of your bones, and they will take care of you for a lifetime. Until next time, be well, stay healthy, and never stop being amazed by the wonders within.